What's up, YouTube? How's it going? Wolf420 here. And, we're about to go into another Tales from the Multiverse. You know, I haven't posted in a while. But, last week, well, there's been 3 other adventures since then, but last week, we'll get to those later. So last week, I, was outside, smoked a cigarette. In fact, so I was outside to smoke a cigarette, and be gone. So I was like outside smoking a cigarette, and in an infinite multiverse of possibility, it would be just insane to think that it's always going to be crazy adventures with, or crazy far out adventures with superpowers and psychotic doppelgangers trying to kill each other and everything. Sometimes it'll just be kind of a normal world with, just different circumstance, And so I was out there and the portal opened, and like I said, I'm gonna just start jumping through these damn portals because why not? If I'm only gone for for a few hours, whatever, in my time zone, and come back, but it's been like weeks, years even, in another world, figure whatever, might as well just jump right through. Spatial convergence, there's some kind of planetary alignment going on in these other universes that's opening the spatial convergence to my universe. Well, I go through the portal, all of a sudden, I splash down in the fucking middle of Lake Huron, okay? Which is, miles that away. What, 8? 10? I don't freaking know. Anyways, it's miles that away. But apparently the geographic alignment of this Earth and that Earth are just a little off. Yeah, I say a little off. I land in the middle of fucking Lake Huron. Smacked out, splash, everything's soaked, cigarettes wrecked, wires dead, Clothes are all soaked. Luckily, I'm in the middle of the fucking water. There's just nowhere to go. And, difficult. Anyways, I'm in the middle of the water. There's nowhere to go. And suddenly, a fucking actual, antique pirate ship floats up, and dude on it is Pirate WulfF, but not like the last Pirate WulfF that was actually real, with a real platinum diamond-studded chain and leather dragon insignia jacket and all that good shit. No, but his costume was much better than mine. Much better than mine. So, I go, or he helps me aboard, and he's like, "Yar, what are you doing out here, you bloody fool? You landlubber." And I'll be like, dude, don't even get me started. You wouldn't even believe me. He's like, it's the multiverse opening up and you fell through another world and into my lake. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much it. He's like, I knew that shit would happen. Yeah, we haven't proven it yet, but it sounds like it's gonna happen very soon. It'll be proven, and we'll be traveling. And I'm like, yeah, kinda sounds like that in my Earth too, And I'm like, okay, so what's the deal here? He's like, this is just a modern, this is just your average. Pretty much just like your world, probably. You look like a normal guy. You're like, yeah, it's just we're in Port Sanilac in Lake Huron, and I've been doing a show. And I'm like, oh, really? What, a YouTube show? He's like, yeah, I've been doing a YouTube show, and it's a pretty cool show, I have a production team, so it makes it a lot easier to do this. And I'm like, all right, so, what's your show called? And he's like, ha, it's a clever name. It's called Prundered. And I'm like, Plundered? He's like, Prundered. Prundered. And I'm like, okay, sounds like plundered. What, is it like a different word you use for the same thing? He's like, no. You see, I combined two words. I combined the word prank and plunder. And I'm like, I had that very same fucking idea, but I couldn't do that shit. I don't have a production team and none of that. And he's like, yeah, well, I came up with the idea one day while I'm sitting there, doing some things at my kitchen table or doing some things and whatnot and drinking some coffee and I'm like, yeah, I could go for a cup of coffee. He's like, oh, I got this extra Speedy Q mug here in the cabin of my ship. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, in fact, actually, I'm at a break, because, I could kind of go for some coffee right now, so, bow, boom! Yeah, alright. Got me a coffee and a cigarette now. So, he's like, so yeah, I came up with this idea, and I got a production team, and we did the show. I managed to get a loan. I'm like, oh, yeah, you probably didn't, order a bunch of records off Columbia House when you were a kid and not pay for them, right? Like, yeah, I never did that. And I'm like, wow. He's like, the internet was around a little earlier in my lifetime, And he's like, so I just downloaded illegally all the music I wanted. I'm a pirate, damn it! And I'm like, yeah, I'll get you. I feel it. And I'm like, okay. So, what's the premise of this show? Well, he's like, and then he's like, well, I sail me ship, this classic pirate ship that we rented for the production team. I sail around in this classic pirate ship, and I go up to people on their boats sailing here in Port Sanilac, and I throw them a foam sword, a Nerf sword, and, I have Nerf guns and Nerf swords, I'm sponsored by Nerf now. And I throw them a sword and a gun, and I'm like, alright, prepare to be boarded, ye scallywags! And, I sail my ship up, and I throw a rope around theirs, and I board them, and I sword fight and shoot their crew with my crew, and whoever falls in the water first is the loser of our match. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's the exact same fucking idea I had. And what happens when we lose, or when they lose, if I lose, I don't lose nothing, because I'm a smart-ass pirate, and I just have to get back on me ship and sail away with a failed plunder. And I'm like, yeah. And then, what? Well, I ask them to give me something mundane on their ship that they don't need, whatever, rock or whatever, it doesn't matter, just something, and I'm like, I got your loot, har, har, and I get back on my ship, and we sail on, and we go to the next one. And it's all filmed, we got waterproof cameras, and all kinds of cool shit. And I'm like, that's fun, dude, that was a great idea when I had it. I just wish I could have acted on it. It's getting me by, and it's fun. And I'm like, yeah. So you want to be a guest on our show today, do you? Since you just fell out of the sky and landed here in the middle of the lake, and you're only the only place you have to go is me ship. And I'm like, yeah. you know, whatever. Let's do this thing. And I was like, hey, pirate dude, where's the rum? And he's like, oh, you know, the rum is always gone. And I'm like, why is the rum gone? And he's like, guy, because I drank it. And so the rum is always gone. Yeah, I'm like, you bastard. Alright, let's do this thing. He's like, you can't be wearing that. You're soaking wet, and it just does not fit the show. I need you to wear... Here, I got a spare costume. It's for the Pirate Kuroken. I'm like, oh, cool, black sword in Japanese. Yeah! And I'm like, yeah, I'll be the pirate black sword. And he's like, alright. So, you know, I go change clothes. You know, I swear, someone on the production team, like, snapped a picture of me while I was in the ship's shower. But, whatever, I don't care. Anyways. Yeah. So, I go, you know, I wear the outfit, the costume, and we get on this ship. Or we're on the ship already, you know, and we're sailing for days. Sail! You know, and we're sailing and just plundering people. Yep. I had that idea. I wanted to make that show. Now that I say it, the government probably heard me, and now somebody's probably going to make the show. Man. Anyways, so yeah, we sail around and throw people Nerf swords and Nerf guns and board them and try to throw them off their boats and take something with us as we go. And it's all recorded and then edited later, and we have quite a great time. And it's fun, and it's hot. Apparently, their global warming epidemic is a bit further along than ours. It's really hot there. At least the lake's really full, because a lot of icebergs have melted. Yeah. So, yeah, the lake's really full. It's really warm there. And we're sailing and swimming and just having a great old time. Nerf guns, sword fights, all kinds of fun stuff. And we continue on with the show. So what happens is, you know, we just do this stuff for a while, and eventually the spatial convergence reopens, and I'm at the exact moment I left. And I'm like, man, hope that portal opens again one day, because that was fun. So apparently, though, I got a special phone call on my camera phone, and Pirate WulfF 420 from the show Plundered, well, he called me and he said that apparently having you on me show gave me a lot of good ratings. I wish I could have you come back one of these days. And it was fun hanging out, bro. And I was like, totally. It was totally fun hanging out. We did a lot of cool shit. So yeah, you know, it's getting warm here. And I guess the takeaway from this story is, it's getting warm here. It's summertime. And, I haven't gone swimming yet in the lake. But I will. Sooner or later, probably. Or not. I don't know. Whatever. Because I never go outside. But, yeah. That's that. Your friendly neighborhood WulfF 420, the weeaboo weeb. And, I never go outside, and I'm a YouTubing weeb. And I play a lot of video games and all that. well, that's that. And my cigarette's almost gone, which means I haven't been doing this for very long. And coffee's up to you. And this will be Wolf 420, Meta Wolf, Tales from the Multiverse, Episode 3. Well, it's Episode 4, probably. Well, it is Episode 4, but the first one was titled The Multiverse is Real. Then I started Tales from the Multiverse, and then Tales from the Multiverse 2. And they're in a playlist on my channel, which is capital W, little u, little l, little f, capital F, 420. And, yeah. This will be Wolf 420, Meta Wolf, Wolf 420, Tales from the Multiverse. Signing out. And everybody have a wonderful day. And peace out!